a bit late, but today I have an Ivy Park accessories haul. I just have the accessories today. I have quite a few of them actually. I thought better late than never, right? So I'm going to share it with you guys. So we're going to start off with the thing that I was most intrigued by, and that is this body harness. It's called the Ivy Park harness bag, and it looks like this. I am going to do this video in the same as my usual style, so I'm going to put up a picture of the model here so you guys can see, and then I'll show you a few close-ups on this side. But a body harness hasn't been something that has featured in the last few drops. I missed Peloton but I did review the last 4 before that, and there's never been a body harness, so I was quite excited to see this. When I saw it on the model, my thoughts were that it was kind of giving a bit Virgil Abloh has like a body harness for men, or has had like a body harness for men as part of some of his Louis Vuitton collections, and it kind of reminded me of that. So I thought, oh, it looks pretty cool, I think. It has 3 bags attached to it. I will put links to everything down in the description so you guys can get an idea of pricing and stuff. I think that this bag is still available. So the first one is kind of like a bum bag, and it has a zip that runs across the front, a silver zip, and then inside is like a neon green color. As you can see, it's not exactly the same green as the jumper. It's like a more bright neon-y green, and it just says Ivy Park on the inside. And then the second bag looks a bit like a phone holder. Phones nowadays have gotten so big, so I'm not sure that you could fit any phone in here, but it looks pretty sizable. It's still got that green backing on it, and it comes with an additional strap, so I'm guessing that you can probably take all of these bags off and use them individually, which is pretty good. Then it also has this tag closure on the zip that says Ivy Park on one side and Adidas on the other side in black. And then the last bag is like just a smaller bum bag, so it's the same with the zip at the front and then the green on the inside. Now I'm gonna do my best. If you guys don't know, I'm pregnant with twins, hence the delay. So I'm going to try my best to try this on, but if I struggle, you guys are just going to have to check out what it looks like on the model. It does have this Adidas sign on the back as well, and then on the inside is green. And I just thought that this was a really cute idea. I think it is unisex. I think if like sportswear at leisure is your style, then this could really add a bit of edge to your outfit. I think with like a grey tracksuit bottom, this on the top would look pretty nice. And I do really like the fact that you can take everything off. There's loads of different snaps, so you can unsnap it in different directions. There is around the waist elastication, so this doesn't come in sizes, so I think it's made to kind of adjust to anybody's size or most people's size, which I think is quite nice. It feels pretty comfortable, and it is really super stretchy. So I think with this bag, if you're considering getting it, I do like it. I like the colour even. I wasn't too sure about some of the colours from this collection, but I think that the mix of colour on this one means that you can kind of mix it, you can kind of match it with grey or brown and green if you wanted to. So I like the colourway of this. It does feel well made. There aren't really many pockets on the insides of the bag, but I think worn all together, you could make a bit of a statement in this body harness. I think my favourite bit is the back bit. I think maybe that's just the bit that's drawing me to it. So the next bag that I have is this blue bag, and it is called the Ivy Park over the waist bag. I think it's exactly like the orange waist bag from the Flex Park collection. If not, it definitely features in one or some of the other collections. I will pop in a clip if I can find one from one of my other videos of this exact same bag. So if you do have that bag, then this is exactly the same. I guess the only difference is, of course, the colour is this houndstoothy kind of print, and then it's got silver detailing. Silver detailing isn't always my favourite. It's not always my first choice. But I think with the blue, it looks okay. And then on the inside, it's got a zip, which is pretty big actually, that you can put things inside of. And then at the front, it's got quite a few different pockets, 3 different pockets that you can put things inside of if you wanted to. And the houndstooth is also in the inside of the pockets. On the zip closures, there is also like Ivy Park written on them. the same on the harness as well. And then the strap that goes around the back is really quite long. It looks short, but you can adjust it to make it a bit longer if you want to. So I remember from the last time trying this bag on that I do like the way that it feels. It's really comfortable. I love the way that it falls around the hip. The only thing for me is that it's quite big. If you compare it, this is the biggest bag on the harness, and I would say that this bag is probably the size of an average bum bag. You can see that in comparison to this bag, it is pretty big. Maybe it was the Ivy Park Rodeo collection I think this bag was in, because I do remember wearing it across my chest, and I think that's probably the place that I would wear it most. I doubt I would wear it around my waist. I think it adds quite a lot of bulk to your waist. But if you don't mind the size, I do like the style of the bag. I'm not sure about the silver, but if you guys don't mind that, it doesn't look like a silver that will tarnish at all. It's quite a bright silver actually. I just noticed there is also a pocket at the back that you can put things in. So for me, this bag's just okay. I think it's the colour that's throwing me off, but I do like the style. So next I have a bucket hat, and I think these bucket hats are like, at this point, they're Ivy Park staples. You will find them in all of the collections. I would say that this one is probably the most fun. I don't think it's going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I definitely think of all the colours that I've seen this bucket hat in, this is the one that I think made me kind of chuckle a bit. And it's quite fun in its colours. So on one side, it's got like the same print that's on the body harness is what's on one side, but this is also quite furry. It feels really nice. They've used quite a lot of blues, greens and browns in this collection, and I think of all the colours, I think this kind of mixed pattern is probably the one that I'm maybe more drawn to, because although you've got some of the more subtle colours, the browns and the blues, there is a bit of fun in it, which I think is perfect if you kind of want to have a bit of fun in your outfit, but you don't kind of want to go too overboard. So there is an Ivy Park sign that's printed on one side in black, and then you can kind of see the neon stripes on this side. I'm quite surprised that this neon doesn't match the clothes, the green and the clothes, but I didn't get many clothing items, long story, but there was issues with my order, so I only got a few items. I think this is the only green thing that I got, so maybe some of the other green items are this neon. This crop jumper definitely isn't the same. And then on this side, it's like a black and white houndstooth. I don't know how I feel about houndstooth. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think I can only take it in small doses, if I'm honest. So I doubt that I would ever wear the hat this way, but I do like the Ivy Park that's written across the top of it. That's new as well. I've never seen that before in this bucket hat. The only thing I think that isn't great about this side of the hat is, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but when they've put the fur on one side, I don't think that they've lined it. I'm hoping this makes sense. So on this side, you can kind of see bits of the fur sticking out, and you can pull them out, which I guess isn't awful. You might end up with a bit of fur in your hair after you take it off if you wear it this way. But I'd imagine that after some time, you'd start to lose some of the volume of the fur on this side, because it would be coming out on this side. I'd say that's probably not ideal. There is an Adidas sign that you can't really see too well on this side. But overall, this side's my favourite side. And I think for the season, if you guys are able to pick it up before winter's over anyway, I think it would look pretty cute. If bucket hats are your thing, I definitely think that this would be a good way to integrate a bit of fun into your wardrobe. I'd probably wear it with something a bit plain, just so that I could give it a bit of shine. But I do definitely like the hat on this side. So next I have a pair of shoes, and these weren't my first choice. I was on the website as soon as everything went live, and I tried to get what were similar, the shoes that were similar to what were called, I think they were called snow boots from the Ivy Park collection. I will put up a picture or a description of something for you guys here, but they're basically like platform trainers, and I really quite like that style. And from the Ivy Park collection, I think I was kind of clear on what size I needed, but when I was on there, it said that it wasn't available. I was on there probably within like 2 minutes of everything going live, and it still had coming soon on it. So I wasn't able to pick those up. I think they come in like a khaki green color. Those were the first ones on my shortlist. Those are the ones that I wanted, but I wasn't able to get them. I could have always gone back to check if they came back up, but in between time I managed to get really sick with morning sickness and stuff like that. So it just really wasn't the first thing on my mind, or something that I was really thinking about. So anyway, I got these shoes and they come in a green box. Again, it's this neon green. I would say that this neon green is the same neon green that you can see on the hat, and the neon green on the back of the harness. So in that way, the accessories are cohesive. And then if you guys have seen the Ivy Park boxes before, it's got the Ivy Park logo across the side of the box, and then the Adidas straps, and then the Adidas stripes running up the front of the box. So I got these. Now, I haven't looked at these yet, so we're gonna look at them together. They come with a dust bag, which is like the standard Ivy Park dust bag that I've seen most of the shoes come with. And then this is what the shoes look like. They are called the Ivy Park Savage V4. Now, I had plans for this video. I've had quite a few of you guys ask for this video, and I'm so grateful. Thank you guys for even noticing that I'm not posting. So I really appreciate that. But I had plans for this video, and part of the plan was to involve some other people in this video. So these aren't my size, but I was hoping to kind of show it to you guys anyway on somebody else with a few of the clothing items. But of course, half of the clothes, probably more than half, probably like a third of the clothes that I ordered didn't come. So I'm not able to do that for you guys. But by just looking at them, I would say they're like a dad style trainer. I'd be unsurprised if they were very comfortable because of the cushioning at the bottom. They have Ivy Park written on the back, and they've got Adidas on the tongue here, and then they've got the neon green at the bottom. And I think I can be honest with you guys. So I will say, for me, I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't know. I think like the dad style, the ugly dad style of trainer, I'm not sure that it was ever for me. And there was a time when I was considering it. I think dad trainers were a trend, and I'm not really sure that they are anymore. I feel like this would be a good trainer to just wear if you're running errands, or you've got to go to the shop or something like that. But as like a fashion statement, I'm not really sure that these are really giving. I really don't like this green. I like this kind of khaki on other things, but maybe just the way that it is here, it's just reminding me of dirt. I don't know why. I don't know. I think with like a cream pair of jogging bottoms, they might be okay. I don't really like the laces. I'd probably swap out the laces for a pair of cream laces. They do have like a khaki line running through them, which I'm not really fond of. I just feel like they look a bit busy because they've got the Adidas lines up the side, but those are also outlined in black. And then you can see that there's all of this additional lines on it, and then there's grey hair, and then even the Adidas logo is kind of outlined, and then there's extra lines here. I just feel like they might be a bit too busy for me. But I actually just think they're ugly, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry if you bought these. No offense. I know that everybody's different, right? So if you love them, I'm so happy that you love them. But I don't think I do. So next I have another bag. There's always one bag as part of the collection that's like a bit more expensive than all the other bags. And I always kind of look at it and think, does it really need to be that expensive? And this bag was that for me. So I think I have seen like a duffel type bag in one of the collections. Probably one of the earlier ones that I've done. But I didn't keep that bag. So I saw this one. It's like in a khaki colour, and it is called the Ivy Park Duffel, and it's got Ivy on one side and Park on the other. This detail across the handle on one side is additional as well. From the duffel bag I don't remember there having this bit. So it also has Ivy Park across here, and then on the outside it's got a bit of mesh detailing. So it's got a bit of mesh If you guys remember from like the Ivy Park Rodeo collection, there was a bit of mesh in that collection as well. And then it's got a snap for the handles. It's quite heavy actually. On the zip, it's got like a neon green pull and silver detailing. And then on the inside is neon. I probably could have done without that. I'm not sure that I like the neon green interior. I don't like the neon green interior. I don't like the colour. I think I would have preferred navy, this green interior, or any of the other colours really. And then it's got a zip up the back. It also has a zip up the front, but it's quite small. And then it's got a handle so that you can hold it across your body, and then another handle so that you can hold it in your hand. And another handle. Another 2 handles, I guess, if you want to put it on your shoulder again. These 2 handles are padded, and you can see that they've got the mesh detail on them again. I quite like these 2 handles. And you can take them off if you want to as well. So I guess if you've got another bag from the collection, or one of the other collections even, you can use the straps on those bags, as long as they've got a way to hook them. I know in the Flex Park collection, all of the bags had like hook eyes. So you could definitely attach this to one of those bags if you wanted to. There are a few compartments in the inside as well that are mesh. I think that with really big duffel bags, what usually sells it for me is if there are quite a few compartments. So I think that I would probably be happier with this bag if there were a few more zips, because you know when you're using a really big bag and you just put things in there, they go missing and then you get irritated, and they're just hard to work with. And or if you're going to the gym, then you're going to have your dirty clothes and your clean clothes, or your wet items and your dry items. So just having like separate areas to have everything, I think really helps. So I think that's where this bag falls down, and for the price, I would have really appreciated if there were compartments, even if there were zips on the outside. I also think for the price that maybe they could have added on some soft feet or something like that, because you can see it doesn't really have much shape. I'm going to presume this is for like the gym or something. If you're at the gym and you put it down, it doesn't really help if it kind of just slouches. If it's got a bit of structure to it, then you're able to kind of get around things a bit easier. So I guess those are the things that I probably would have preferred if the bag had. But as the bag stands as it is, I think the khaki's cute. And I do like these extra thick straps. I feel like they'd be really comfortable on your shoulders. But otherwise, unfortunately, the bags are no. So I do have a few clothing items, but if I'm honest with you guys, there's probably like, I probably have like 3 things and they don't really work together. So I'm not going to show you them. To be fair, to be honest with you, you're not really missing out. The only thing from the 4 items that I have that I quite like is the bodysuit, which I'll put a picture of here, which I think is sold out now. But if it's not, I think that is really cute. And the material of it is quite stretchy. So if you're considering getting that, I would suggest picking that up. Everything else I've got is kind of just a bit, it's not bad, because Ivy Park is never bad, but it's not something extra special that I think is worth sharing with you guys. Guys, I felt so guilty. Even with the Ivy Park Peloton drop, I felt so bad that I wasn't able to bring you guys a video. So I'm hoping that although I'm super late, that you guys will still be able to find some value in this video. And if you're still considering picking up some items, because I know some things are still available, that this can help you with your choices. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm back now. I think I'm back. I think I'm feeling okay. So I should definitely be on to the next collection when it comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of my other Ivy Park videos. I think I have about 6. So do feel free to check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.